everybody, welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get into that, y'all know what we do first right off the bat, and that's our shout outs. Listen, I have been asked many times, why do you do the shout outs first? And all I can say is because I always put what's most important to me first, and y'all are by far the most important thing to this podcast, because without you, it would be no podcast. And I appreciate y'all so very much. So, of course, I will always put y'all first. So, let's get started. And first up is Honey Child. Yes, Honey Child. I love her so much. And I love her name. Y'all know I'm a Southern girl. And we say Honey Child all the time. We do. And I am just so happy and so over the moon that Honey Child is a part of this community. And thank you for the support, Honey Child. It means so very much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the super thanks. But most of all, thank you for being here. And my girl, Tiger Mommy, came on through again. Tiger Mommy is everything, and she knows she's everything. And she rides so hard for the read. She does. She has always been unwavering in her support, and I appreciate her so very much. She is just everything. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Tiger Mommy. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And cool Cat Harlem came through. Yes, Cat came through. She is so unwavering in her support as well. Cat is the coolest. She is the smartest. She is the sweetest. She is just Cat. Yeah, she is quintessential Cat. And I am so thankful and so grateful that she is a part of this community. So thank you, Cat. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And 08065 came through. Yes, she did. You want to talk about a lovely person? Yes, that's 08065. She is always coming through, always being supportive, always have a kind word. And boy, she can also be a little sassy too in those comments. She is a fierce protector of Harry and Meghan, and I love her so much. So thank you, 08065. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And my girl, the one and only Yulette, yes, she keeps on coming through, and she rides so hard for the read. She is the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. She is a wonderful and kind and sweet, just lovely individual. And I am so grateful that she is a part of this community. She is a cornerstone of this community. When she's not here, I miss her. So thank you, Yulette. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. All right, y'all, we're going to play this and we'll talk on the other side. Y'all, I want to give another quick shout out to sweet Honey Child, to my girl Tiger Mommy. She's everything and she knows it. Cool Cat Harlem, lovely 08065, and my girl, the irreplaceable Yulette. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are the best, and I could not do this podcast without your support. It means everything. So thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is, and y'all know what I do when I am putting the read together. I hit these internet streets, and let me tell you, it is quite a bit going on. Y'all know we can always dig up something to talk about, though. Yes, we can dig up something even on the Saturday before Easter. Yes, it is always something to talk about. I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful holiday. I hope your Good Friday was so peaceful and so blessed. And I hope you have the very best Easter it is. I am looking forward to Easter. I love Easter. I love the whole rebirth. I love spring so very much. So, yeah, I am looking forward to all of the food I am presently cooking. I'm going to cook a nice dinner and I am going to enjoy the day. But before all that happens, y'all know we got to absolutely find out what is going on these internet streets. And like I said, I've been on them and we are going to talk about it. First of all, our little Archie. Oh my goodness. Megan posted the cutest video of Archie and his papa skiing. Yes, and it is just adorable. Our little prince is growing up to be a swashbuckler, isn't he? Oh my goodness, he is a chip off of the old block. We all know his middle name is Harry's son. Yes, Harrison. And he is definitely that, isn't he? He is just like Harry. I mean, fearless. He is coming down that mountain. Oh my God. He is going to be a hard breaker. Yes, I just love that Megan shares these little videos with us. I am just loving it. I am. And we're going to talk about that. Now, I'm not going to show the video. Y'all know I don't ever do that. I always say go over to Megan's Instagram, show her some love, get her a like. And I just talk about what went on in the video. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some of the posts that the squatties have made about our little prince. And they are just so sweet. They are. And so I'm going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk about something that came out about Megan around April Fool's Day. And squatties were, I don't know, giving it the side eye. Not sure if it was true or not. But guess what? It's true. It is true. And I got the tea on that as well. And we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about this new article from Amanda Patel. Yes, that old sad sack of disappointment. Yes, we're going to talk about her, talking about she is forever going to have smoke for Megan and trying to make Megan the whole problem when it comes to that family over there. Still trying to trot that old half-dead horse out and see if anybody will ride it. Yes, they are still trying to make Megan the problem when we all know what the problem is. And it's that family is mediocre. It is. Nobody cares anything for it. And it has no morals and values. Everything that it puts out that they want to say that they represent, they're not. They're just a pantomime of what they say that they are. A play. I mean, a faux version of the real thing. They are failing and they know it. So they have to have someone to blame. And they want to try to use Megan again as a scapegoat. But listen, if you saw those comments, she'll know. She may forever have smoke for Megan, but the squatties will forever have smoke for her arse as well. They are desperately looking for a fall guy, and they want to make the fall guys out to be Harry and Meghan. They cannot face the reality that Harry and Meghan was never the problem. The problem has always been that family and those flying monkeys over there who prop them up. So we're going to talk about that as well. Listen, we got a lot. I promise you, it is going to be fun. Y'all lock in. Y'all know I'm not going to keep you long, but I will keep you entertained. And we're going to start with this. And look at this. This is a repost, and the original post posted the video of Archie skiing. So if you hadn't saw it, go over to Megan's Instagram page and show her some love, give her a like, and enjoy the video because it is the cutest. And this squatty that posted it said, Megan has posted a video of Prince Harry and Prince Archie skiing. Caption, my boys, quick learner, Archie, so proud. And I mean, Archie, this cannot be his first lesson because if it is, he is a natural born athlete. I mean, he is coming down that hill. This is not a bunny slope. Y'all know usually it's like a bunny slope for little kids who are just learning. No, this is a grown up slope. Archie is just coming down right behind his papa, and he is fearless. He is. It is just too cute. And the squatty that reposted this said, oh my God, look at Archie ski following after his papa. So cute. It is. It is just so cute. And look at this. This is just so sweet. I mean, the squatties just posted these sweet, sweet posts about Prince Archie. And I just have to share. I do. Look at this. It says, from Archie's first snow to now skiing. Nephew is getting big. He is. He'll be 7, I think, next month. It just seems like yesterday when Harry came out and was talking to the horses and saying that Archie was born, and also him and Megan just presenting Archie to the world. And it's been 7 years. Time, it just goes by so quickly. And boy, is he amazing. He is just amazing. So proud. And look at this sweet post. It says how it started. Y'all remember when Harry and Meghan was in Australia and they announced that Meghan was pregnant. And the Prime Minister of Australia gave Archie, we didn't know it's Archie yet, but gave the baby these Ugg boots. And later on, we saw Archie wearing the same Ugg boots. Yes. Now look at him. It says how it started and how it's going. Isn't that cute? I just love it. And this squatty did a repost, and the original post says Prince Harry and his son, Prince Archie, skiing together. And of course, what Megan said about it being her boys. And the squatty that reposted this said Prince Archie plays soccer, he surfs, and now he skis. Just imagine the meltdown they will have if and when he starts playing polo. Well, you know that's going to happen. He is going to be a polo player. Archie is going to be a swashbuckler, just like his father. He is going to be a daredevil, just like his father. And he is going to win the hearts and minds of a lot of young ladies, just like his father did. Hopefully, just like his father, he'll choose someone just like his mother for his wife. But yes, our little prince is just, he's perfect. He is. I hate to say that word, but that's the way I feel about it. I'm sorry. I feel just that way about it. And look what this squatty posted. This squatty posted a video of Harry just around Archie's age learning to ski. And also a video of Archie skiing. It is just too cute. And this what this squatty says. She says, Archie is fearless, just like Papa, a sporty prince. Yes, a swashbuckler. Yes, he is going to be so debonair and daring. Yeah, he's going to be everything you would want a prince to be because he's going to learn at the feet of the master because Prince Harry is everything a prince should be. He really is. He's handsome, he's daring, he's a swashbuckler, he's honorable. He is a wonderful, kind, and caring and loving man. He is a prince. And I cannot wait to see how his son is going to turn out. My hope is that he turns out to be just as wonderful of a man as his papa. And this squatty said, Archie is a talented angel. So proud of our nephew. Photographer, director, surfer, chicken coop caretaker, gardener, soccer player, skier. Now that's a resume for an almost 7-year-old, huh? I mean, Archie is just like his papa. He has an impressive resume already. And a much better resume than his uncle does at what, 43? Woo! Can you imagine what it's going to be by the time he comes of age? Y'all, I'm getting busy. And of course, it went viral. Everybody was posting about this video of Archie skiing. We know that Archie is the only American prince it is in existence. Yes, he's the only prince that is a dual citizen. Yes, he is not only British, he is American. And that right there makes him special. And Today posted about it and said at 6, Prince Harry was photographed skiing with his mother. Now he's skiing with his own 6-year-old. And they wrote a story, and the title of the story is Prince Harry bonds with son 6 on the slopes 35 years after doing the same with his mother. Yes, isn't it funny? Charles took those boys skiing so many times, but isn't it funny that they always associate Harry with Diana? Yeah, they didn't even bring up that Harry ever went skiing with Charles. You know why? Because Charles absolutely never, ever, ever behaved in a manner of a father, and he definitely hadn't here lately. And people understand that. And they associate Harry with the love of his mother because Harry takes up for his mother. He do not play about her legacy. And so, because of that, they remember the closeness of him with his mother. Willie has to remind everybody that he is Diana's son. He has to plant stories to remind people that, yeah, I'm her son too. And he always do it as a PR stunt. And maybe that's why. It just seems like the piece doesn't fit for him. Harry did not have to plant this story about him and his mother. It was organic. People just naturally associate him with his mother, which isn't quite what they do when it comes to Willie. And this squatty said the fact that there are hundreds of pictures of Harry skiing with his father too, but everyone is posting the picture skiing with his mother shows exactly what I have been saying all these years. Everyone connects Harry with his mother instantly. It's the first reaction. He is her heir. Everyone knows he has her heart and her charisma. Where's the lie? Now he has her heart and he has her shine, the charisma. He inherited that from her. And yeah, and people just associate him with his mother, not his father. Could it be because his father has just showed his arse these past few years? Yeah, I mean, leaving your son on an island with his wife and infant baby to absolutely fend for themselves after you pull the security and drop the dime on their location. Yeah, that's the reason, probably, people do not associate the goodness of Harry with the evilness of Charles. This what he said they wanted him isolated. Instead, Prince Harry is on a mountain teaching Prince Archie how to ski, laughing, present for his kids, and winning at the only thing that actually matters, being around his sweet family. Where is the lie? Where is it? Harry is winning. He is. And that's why they're so mad, because they really thought that they had the ability to make him fail. They really thought it was in their power, that Harry was not going to make it. And look at Harry. Harry has done nothing but continue to rise. And I love it for him. And I love it for them, the flying monkeys in that family over there. And look at this. Of course, the Daily Mail had to. They couldn't resist. They had to write an article about this. And it says, like father, like son, as Meghan Markle delight fans with adorable clip of Archie skiing. These pictures of a young Prince Harry shows the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Yes, Prince Archie, if you don't mind. And yes, you're right. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. He is just like his papa because you forget his middle name is Harrison. Yes, Harry's son. And the squatty that posted this said, okay, now take your eyes off of our little Prince Archie. You got plenty of royal kids on your own soil. Archie lives in the U.S., far outside of your orbit. You're already fixated on his parents, watching, dissecting, and commenting on every move. Don't try to drag Archie into your fixation. Where is the lie? They are chomping at the bits to get anything from Archie and Lily because they know that those two kids, people are interested in seeing because they're going to have actual personalities. Because the Wells kids, they're beautiful kids, don't get me wrong, but they're sucking all of the personality out of them that institution is. And everything that will make them interesting, they are taking it out of them. They're sucking it out of them. And Harry and Meghan are just pouring into Archie and Lily. And they're going to be extraordinary kids. They are. I'm just saying. And of course, the Derangers are losing their SHIT over Archie. They cannot handle it. They're talking about that it's not real. It's not a real 6-year old. I mean, it says typical of Markle to publish random photos of the back of some random people. And you can hear Harry on the video. It is just ridiculous. These people are just crazy. They're crazy. And Harry and Meghan and those kids have driven them crazy. They are. This one said, ha ha, that looks like a 10-year-old. And another one said, he's 6. That boy looks 16. Saying Archie looks like he's 16 years old. I cannot with these people. Meghan has broken them. And this one said, if you believe that, you'll believe anything. They cannot. Their souls are black. Meghan has broken them. She has broken them because in their fevered minds, they really believe that she has stolen their happily ever after. They're so butthurt that they really feel that Meghan stole their princess story. They actually thought that they were going to marry Harry. I mean, in their mind, they really all thought they had a shot. I kid you not. And now they're mad with Meghan. This squatty that posted all of these The Rangers posts said this. Today, it's apparently Prince Archie they are angry about. Apparently, an almost 7-year-old shouldn't be able to ski as well as Archie can. He is too tall and they can't see his face. These people never stop whining. I just can't with these horrid people. I know. They are just so miserable. This squatty said, so gross. They are. They are gross. And they are sad and they're pathetic. And all they have to hang on to is their hate for Meghan because somehow they feel that she robbed them of something that was never theirs in the first place. This is how deranged and pathetic and sad and demented these people are. I'm just saying. And this squatty said the supporters of William and Kate Wells, also known as the Rangers, abuse and bully kids. Their main targets are the Sussex kids. Where is life? Where is it? Because they cannot get their head around the fact that Harry is gone. He loves Meghan. They have children. And that is the reason where this fantasy comes in, that these children are not real, they are dolls, and on and on and on, because they cannot accept the fact that Harry is happily married with children, and that boat that they thought was theirs has sailed. And it is so crazy. This is how demented and twisted these people are. Now they believe everything that comes out of their Bible, the Daily Fail, and the rest of those rags over there. Now they believe everything negative about Harry and Meghan. But when those rags over there write stories about Prince Archie and Princess Lily, now they don't believe that. They don't exist. I guess you have to be a special kind of crazy to be able to be a deranger, because you have selective belief to the point where it has to fit their narrative. Now, they believe that Harry and Meghan are horrible people, but they do not believe Harry and Meghan can produce children. They don't believe it. They think that Prince Archie and Princess Lilibeth are dolls. They think they're actors. They think they're just random people. They think Charles and the rest of that family is covering up the fact that Harry and Meghan does not have real children. They really do. I mean, do you know how crazy you have to be to believe that Charles would go along with something like that? He didn't even want to give them their titles, their birthright. So you think that he would give dolls the titles of prince and princess? Boy, you got to be real crazy to believe that. How are these people walking around in society without being on medication? They got to be on medication. Or they're walking into trees, into walls, into traffic, because these people are crazy, batshit crazy, to believe that a racist institution like the British monarchy would go along with something like that. I'm telling you, these people should absolutely be monitored. They should be found and monitored on a daily basis and given a lot of medication. And look at this. This is the power of the Sussex family. They want to try to pretend like Harry and Meghan and their family is so irrelevant. It's the Wales, Willie and Kitty and their family. Those are the real relevant ones, because they are the future king and queen, dumb as a rock. It's Willie and Kitty and their family. They're the ones. But it's so funny to me that anytime Megan posts something on her Instagram page, it goes viral. And this too has gone viral. When was the last time that anything that Willie and Kitty did went viral? The last thing I can think of is when Kitty went missing. So basically, Kitty has to go missing for 6 months for anybody to really care about what's going on with her. And William, I don't think he's ever went viral, has he? And they want to tell us and convince us that these two are the saviors of the monarchy. All I can say about that institution is dead man walking. Yes, dead man walking. Now, this is what this squatty posted. It says 27,000 posts about a 32-second video of a 6-year-old prince skiing with his dad. No wonder it's a 24/7 sponsored campaign to try to convince the masses of the alleged irrelevance. Exactly. Exactly. But it just doesn't add up, does it? It is definitely a 2 plus 2 equals 5 kind of thing. Exactly. Look here. I mean, 27,000 posts about little Archie and his papa skiing. Yeah, this is what I said. Harry and Meghan, they don't have to do anything to overshadow that family over there. All they have to do is exist. Exist. Yes, 27,000 posts. I don't even know what to say to that. All right, y'all, we're going to switch gears and look at this. We have a new interview coming up. We do, and it is ahead of the Australian trip. Now, it has been rumblings out here on these internet streets for a minute, but I ignored them because we all know people lie. They lie and lie and lie when it comes to Harry and Meghan. So, as a squatty, your best policy is to never believe anything if it's not coming out of Harry and Meghan's camp. But now that they have done the announcement and doing the promos for it, and Harry and Meghan are not pushing back on it, I think we can safely say that this is going to happen. Look what it says. Breaking news. I told you it wasn't an April Fool. Oh, Meghan, the official Queen of England. And what this particular squatty is talking about is Meghan is going to give an interview to Channel 7 in Australia. I kid you not. And this guy, she's giving it to him, Larry Emdor. I don't know him. I don't know a lot about Australian media. If you know about him, please put it in the comments. But this is what he said. This is beyond massive. Ahead of her Australian tour, which is not a tour, it's a trip, the Duchess of Sussex has agreed to one single interview, and it is with us. Enormous. Thanks to, and then he gives thanks to all these different people. He says, not gonna lie, the list of don't ask questions is long, but still can't wait. And you know what else he did? He turned them comments off. He did. He did. He turned the comments off because he knew that the ugly old hags, the toadies, the derangers, the trolls, the haters were all gonna swoop in and just swamp his comments. So he turned them off. And I love that. I do. Give them nothing. They are so happy that Meghan decided to throw them a bone. They talk about her. They pine over her. They do all of this. And when she throws them a bone, they absolutely deprecate on themselves. And that's exactly what he just did. Don't get it twisted. He stood there and deprecated on himself. Did you hear what he said? He said, this is massive. This is enormous. He knows that they are just chomping at the bit to get Meghan's attention, to get Harry's attention. This is why they so mad. Harry and Meghan continues to serve them up dust. Plate after plate after plate of dust. And when a plate shows up with something on it, they deprecate on themselves. I'm just saying. But yes, she's given an interview to Channel 7 ahead of their trip. What y'all think about that? I cannot wait, y'all. I don't know when it is. He didn't say, but I cannot wait. And this squatty posted that same post and said he cut the snake straight off at the head and basically told the dregs of society on social media to eat rocks. He's not giving them the opportunity to flood his comments with vile, nasty behavior towards Meghan or himself. Where is the lie? They should have been doing this from the beginning. Don't tolerate the disrespect because he is happy. He is over the moon that Meghan is showing him any kind of attention. That's all they want. They want Megan's attention. And when she gives them a little bit, like I say, they deprecate on themselves. So, y'all, yeah, we have that to look forward to. Like I said, I am very, very, very excited about that and to see what Megan is going to say about the retreat. Because let's not get it twisted, it's about the retreat. This is a business trip. They are doing business. I mean, they want to try to make it into a tour. It's not a tour, it's a business trip. And we're going to change gears because Amanda Patel has been at it again. Yes, that old sad sack of disappointment. And the reason I call her that is she has had such a sad life. She cannot keep a man. It's a running theme for all of those witches over there at the Daily Mail. Yes, that cauldron of witches. I mean, it's embarrassing. Every one of them, the husbands cheat on them, leave them. It's all so humiliating for them. And to make them even more humiliated, they're required to write about it in the pages of the rag on which they work. I have just never saw anything like it. These women, these flying monkeys, proceed at humiliating themselves even more by writing column after column after column about how these men cheated on them and then left them. I mean, pathetic. If pathetic was a human being, it would live over there at the Daily Fail. But I digress. This is the reason why these folks have so much smoke for Megan, because Megan actually have a man who loves her and protects her. But they don't have that. And they mad. They big mad. Yes, they have to put all of their dirty laundry, air it out on the pages of the rag that they work at in order to get any kind of attention. Amanda Patel, that's all she does is talk about how her husband didn't do nothing but cheat on her. Now she has to put it in the pages of the Fail in order to try to maintain a job. And she has to hate on a woman she knows that is better than her and has a happier life than her. And that is the reason why she makes up this narrative that somehow Megan is the problem when it comes to that family over there. But I digress. This is what the Fail posted. It says, Amanda Patel, I may not have met Megan, but I have witnessed how her actions have harmed the royal family. This is why I will never stop criticizing the woman who caused our beloved queen so much distress. Now, this is what she wants us to believe, that the queen's son being a pedo and having to pay out 12 million pounds and her husband banging another woman for over 20 years and living with her until he died. Now, they are saying that the queen was not with Prince Philip when he died, but Penny Natchbull was. Yeah. So what you think about that? But this woman wants us to believe that none of that caused the queen any distress. It was Megan. Having pedos running around crown property, treating it like it's theirs. The body of a young girl being found on crown property. Prostitutes going in and out of Effingham Palace, and her son being treasonous. You think that they did not know about this? You think Scotland Yard did not know Andrew was handing over this sensitive information to J.E.? You really think that the Queen didn't know about what was going on and Scotland Yard did? What do you think the Queen gets in those red boxes every day? It's not her lunch. I can tell you that much. That had no effect on the Queen, but Megan, she was the one that caused all of the distress. These people need to take several seats because nobody believes none of this nonsense. And this squatty came up under this post and said, I found it fascinating that the queen was more distressed by Meghan and Harry choosing their peace rather than her own son being linked with a pedo and being accused of sleeping with minors. Where is your outrage for the latter, Amanda? Exactly. You're saying that you're forever going to have smoke for Meghan because Meghan allegedly caused the queen so much distress, but you choose to ignore all this other stuff that really could cause anybody real distress. But you want to say that Harry and Meghan choosing their own life, Harry and Meghan talking about how they were treated, not making up anything, just saying how they were treated is somehow so distressing to the queen. If it was so distressing for the queen, she should have stepped up and protected them. She chose to protect Andrew. So miss me with all this nonsense about Betty. Because let's not get it twisted. Betty was not a good person. She knew exactly what was going on. And her response was not to stop her pedo son. Oh no, that would have been the right thing to do. That would have been the motherly thing to do. That would have been the human thing to do. No, she didn't do that. Her response was to cloak, protect, and cover up for him so he could continue year after year after year victimizing these young girls. And some of these girls allegedly being as young as 6 years old. Let me just say this. I saw where they posted J.E.'s Amazon purchases. And you know what was on his purchase list? Toys, Barbies, all kind of things that you would think of a parent would purchase for their young child, for their young daughters. Yeah, that was his Amazon list. And you want us to feel some kind of way about Queen Betty, that she was somehow a victim, somehow she was in distress. You know what? The more and more that comes out about how these young girls, these babies, had to suffer at the hand of these grown men, and one of them was Queen Betty's son, allegedly, people are not going to give a F about her distress. Y'all are not doing her a service. You doing her a disservice. Keep bringing this nonsense up. Because when people continue to find out what Queen Betty turned a blind eye to, people are not going to be putting up statues of her. They're going to be tearing them down. And if more information comes out that she was complicit in this situation with her pedo son, people will be going to the tombs where she's at, but they won't be going there to visit. So what you need to do, you need to take several seats because you out here looking real stupid. And as more and more come out, even more stupid every day. And this squatty posted that same article from Amanda Patel and said, to suggest a grandson moving away shattered the queen while she was busy coughing up 12 million to hush up her favorite non-sweating son's pedo scandals is the peak of British delusion. Where is the lie? Where is it? So Meghan and Harry moving away after being so abused, so misused by that family and that media. And she could not see that, but she was just shattered. She was just distraught because Harry and Meghan decided to choose their peace. Come on now. It says the press spent years using Meghan as a punching bag for clicks, leaking lies to protect a rotten institution that treats women of color like villains, while Kate plays the obedient, bland saint to keep the peasants happy. If you think a lifestyle brand is more harmful than JE's best mate or leaking state secrets, your moral compass is absolutely effed. I agree. It says, imagine being so desperate to save a dying institution that you'll ignore a predator and blame a woman for having a backbone. Absolute binge fire of a take. Yes, I agree. Can you imagine to have the audacity to put something like this on the pages of this rag is absolutely insulting to the readers. Now, I am fully aware that some of the readers, most of the readers of the Daily Mail, is dumb as a bag of rocks. But even for these people, it has to be insulting. And this squatty said, we know exactly why you'll never stop criticizing Meghan. You have Prince Andrew to protect. Duh, exactly. But I tell you one thing, they won't do it in peace. Now, they might absolutely criticize Meghan forever, but you will not do it in peace. Not as long as it's one squatty to push back on your nonsense. And this squatty said, she has done nothing that requires forgiveness. You hideous bullies, however, should be begging for forgiveness every day for the rest of your sad, bitter lives. And then the next squatty said, I am not reading your hateful crap. Anyone sane would recognize that your beloved queen paid 12 million pounds to Virginia Giuffre on behalf of her son, Andrew, was the biggest cause of distress, and not from a beautiful, articulate, hard-working wife of her grandson, your silly old moo. And then this other one said, imagine being distressed because a woman refused to be abused by courtiers and media, plus William and Kate. Exactly. That's all it was. They felt that she should be grateful to be there. Any scraps they gave her, she was supposed to sit up and clap like a seal and be thankful for it. And she was to take the abuse because she was somehow privileged just to be a part of that family. And when Meghan did not behave in that manner, she knew her worth. She refused to absolutely take any of their nonsense and felt she was just as good as they were and did the job better than they did. Oh yeah, that's when they started to attack her. That is when they felt like she had to be destroyed. And this squatty right here just says what needs to be said. Harry will have all the fun, said. Attacking Prince Harry and Meghan won't make the JE files go away. Exactly. And continuing with this nonsense like this and more coming out, y'all looking like bigger and bigger fools, yeah, you got a problem. And it says, it's so weird how when the future king of England is under scrutiny because of the JE files, monarchists want us to look instead at a citizen who won't be the head of state, who aren't implicated, and who we don't even pay for. Exactly. Exactly. Look at this couple over here who is minding their business and making their own money and taking nothing from the taxpayer. Not the one who is all up in the JE files. Well, not in the JE files, but has all these associates that are in the JE files. He is JE files adjacent for real. Willie is. But yet and still, pay attention to Harry. Harry and Meghan's mere existence is tearing down that monarchy. You need to stop. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up because Zanny did a repost. And the original post is from one of my favorite squatties, Henry VIII. And she said, the girls are fighting. Yes, the girls are fighting. Richard Maureen Eden posted this and said, is the royal biographer Andrew Lowry going much too far? He's now claiming that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is not Prince Philip's son. Yes, 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 yes. Y'all know that that has been the word on the curb for a minute. It says Lowry alleged that the former Prince Andrew is the son of the late Queen Elizabeth and her racing manager, Poochie, the seventh Earl of Carnarvon. Yes, they are saying that. But y'all know, I don't know if y'all do know, but I know that that has been the word on the curb for a minute. Yes, that has been talked about on these internet streets. They say this is what the word on the curb is, that the queen used to have buying trips that she would go with Poochie on. And yeah, that's when she came up pregnant. I'm just saying. They are saying that they were really, really close. The queen and this horse habit that she had, they said she would buy a horse like she was buying candy bars. And she would spend money like that. And her and Poochie would go to the United States and all over the place looking at horses. And they say that they had a love affair. And the result of the love affair was Andrew. And that is the reason why she loved Andrew so much. And he was her favorite. All right, now I ain't saying no more. But that right there is the word on the curb. And this is what Richard Eden is talking about. See, he don't like for you to tell too much. He don't like for all the skeletons to fall out of the closet. He wants to try to keep the mystique of that royal family. But all I can say is that right there, the mystique of the royal family is down there in them tombs with Elizabeth II. And they keep on dragging her up. And this is the result that you're going to get. They're going to see exactly what she was about. And even she is not going to be exempt from the ire of the public. She is not going to be seen as a woman to be revered anymore after sitting on the throne for 70 years, all because these people wanted to use her to discredit, to beat Harry and Meghan over the head, to try to drum up hatred towards a couple who has done nothing but mind their business and left because they did not want to be abused anymore. And because of that, it's really giving people the license to scrutinize Queen Betty. Now, us squatties, we've been scrutinizing Queen Betty, but now more and more people are getting on board because they do this nonsense about attacking Harry and Meghan with Queen Betty. And when they do, people tend to bring up what she has done and dig deeper and find more stuff that she has done. So they need to keep that old lady buried down there in them tombs and leave Harry and Meghan alone. But yeah, the girls are fighting. And Zanny Sussex said, popcorn, absolutely. Popcorn, please. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think about this. That's the story. That's the word on the curb. Y'all tell me what you think. And y'all get ready for this because we're going to get article after article after article because Peter Phillips is getting married again. And it's no congratulations. It's nothing about the bride or the groom. The Daily Fail and the rest of the rags are focused in on if Harry and Meghan is going to attend. I kid you not. And this squatty right here is posting about it. It says, will the Daily Fail obsessively stalk Peter and Zara's half-sisters, Felicia Wade and Stephanie Phillips, to see if they show up at Peter's second wedding in June? Will their attendance or absence be turned into a front page spectacle? Because we all know who will. Yes, it's all about Harry and Meghan all the time. Get ready for article after article after article of will they, won't they, will they, won't they. Will Harry and Meghan attend the wedding, or will they be invited? Whew, I'm telling you, it is exhausting. And this squatty posted this and said, Harry's cousin announces his wedding date. The Derangers. I wonder if Harry and his wife will be invited. They're seriously obsessed to make everything about Harry and Meghan. Yes, the flying monkeys, the ugly old hags, the toadies, the haters, the trolls. It's all about Harry and Meghan all the time, 24/7, 365 days. Exhausting days. I'm just saying. And y'all know that I love to end on the positive. And the positive today is that some of the squatties have started to receive their boxes of flowers. Yes, and they have started to post them. Look at this. This squatty said, just received my garden tea box from As Ever, and it's absolutely beautiful. Hashtag As Ever by Meghan. And look, she posted some pictures. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? And look at this one. Oh my goodness, she has such a beautiful home. We all know that squatties, we have very good taste. We do. And look at this in a honey jar. I love it. I love it, y'all. All right, y'all. I just want to remind you, if you hadn't subscribed, please subscribe. Be a part of the best community on these internet streets. And if you have the hype button showing up under the video, please hype the video up. It helps the channel so very much. And if you want to be a channel member and a part of the reading club, please click that as well. Listen, I will see y'all next time. Bye.